Victor felt her voice stab through him like a knife. "Elena, please, listen to me," he said softly, reaching for her hand again, but she pulled away sharply. "You lied to me," she said with tears falling uncontrollably. "Every single day I opened my heart to you. I trusted you. I told you things I have never told anyone in my entire life. I slept beside you in that cold building thinking you were suffering just like me. I saved food from my mouth for you, not knowing I was feeding a billionaire." Victor lowered his head like a guilty child. "Elena, I didn't mean to hurt you. I swear I didn't." But Elena didn't stop. "You watched me struggle every single day. You saw me washing plates until my fingers hurt. You saw me searching for a job in the hot sun. You saw me sleeping on curtains like a stray dog. You watched all of that, while you secretly had the power to help me." Her voice cracked with pain. "You could have saved me." Victor felt his heart shatter. "You could have lifted me up, but instead, you watched me suffer because you wanted to test people." Victor felt his heart shatter. "Elena! I wasn't testing you. I was hiding from a world that only loved my money. When I met you, I didn't know your story. I didn't know your pain. I just knew you were kind. I kept the truth from you because I was afraid that the moment you knew who I was, you would treat me like everyone else." Elena's tears fell onto her blanket. "And what if I'm treating you differently now?" she whispered. "What if everything becomes different now? You took that choice away from me. Victor, you took away my right to know who I was trusting." Victor gently wiped his face. He had never felt so helpless. "Elena, I love you," he said quietly. Not as Victor Harrington the billionaire, but as the man who shared a dirty blanket with you, who ate your food, who found home in your smile. But Elena didn't return his smile. Not this time. Her voice broke. "I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know if your feelings are real. You're a billionaire, Victor. Your world is not my world. People like me are invisible in places like yours." Victor felt a sting in his chest. "Elena, please don't say that. Don't separate yourself from me." But she shook her head. "My life has been full of betrayal. The one girl I called my sister robbed me of everything. And now you someone I trusted kept the one thing that matters most, the truth." Victor leaned closer. "Elena, what do you want me to do? I will give up everything if that will make you believe me." She closed her eyes. "I just want time." Victor froze. Time. It was the one thing he feared, but it was also the only thing she needed. "Okay," he whispered. "I will give you all the time you need. I won't pressure you. I won't force anything. Just please don't shut me out completely."
She didn't respond. A doctor entered quietly and checked her vitals. After the doctor left, Elena turned her head away from him. "Please, leave," she whispered. "I want to rest." Victor's heart broke, but he stood up slowly. "I'll be outside," he murmured. "If you need anything at all, just call my name." He left the room quietly and closed the door behind him. Victor sat in the hospital hallway for hours. Executives from his company arrived with papers to sign. He refused to look at them. Security guards insisted he rest. He refused. His personal assistants asked if he needed anything. He waved them away. He sat there like a statue, his elbows on his knees, his hands covering his face. He had faced business losses worth billions. He had faced betrayal from friends. He had survived the loneliness of wealth, but nothing ever hurt like watching Elena turn away from him. The next day, when Elena woke up again, she found a new set of clothes at the side table, arranged neatly. A note lay on top. "Only if you want it. Victor," she frowned. Why was he still thinking of her comfort? A nurse entered and said softly, "Ma'am, Mr. Harrington has instructed that anything you need should be given to you. Your bill has been paid in full for the next 1 month. Elena looked away. That didn't solve her confusion. She didn't want his money. She wanted honesty. She wanted truth. 2 weeks later, Elena was discharged. Victor stood there, awkwardly, not knowing if he should speak. I arranged a car for you, he sighed softly. It will take you anywhere you want. I don't need a car, she replied coldly. Victor swallowed. Okay, I understand. But when Elena walked out of the hospital doors, she saw something unexpected. A small, simple apartment, fully furnished. Nothing fancy. Nothing luxurious. Just a small, clean, peaceful home. Victor handed her the key without touching her hand. I'm not giving this as a rich man, he said slowly. I'm giving it as the man who slept beside you on the floor and watched over you every night. You don't owe me anything. You can live your life. I'll stay far if that's what you want. Elena stared at the key in disbelief. You bought me a house? No, Victor said quietly. I bought you safety. The world already took too much from you. Let me at least give you a roof. Not out of pity, but because I care. Elena didn't know what to say. Where will you live? She asked softly. Victor smiled faintly. I'll go back to my mansion. But you hate that life? She whispered. Victor looked down. I don't hate my life. I only hated living it alone. Their eyes met. A long silence. Then Elena finally said, Victor, I'm not saying I forgive you yet, but I'm not angry anymore. Victor's eyes widened slightly with hope he couldn't hide. I just need time to trust again, she whispered. I will wait, he said, no matter how long it takes. As he turned to leave, Elena spoke again. Victor, he paused. She walked forward, slowly, hesitantly, then she wrapped her arms around him. A soft, trembling hug. Not romantic, not emotional, just grateful. Victor froze, his breath caught. His hands shook before he finally embraced her back gently. It was the first time in weeks she had touched him. You saved my life, she whispered. Thank you. Victor closed his eyes, holding her like his entire world rested in his arms. Elena, he whispered, I will never lie to you again. Elena moved into her new apartment quietly. Victor left her alone but always watched over her from a respectful distance. She had not yet decided her heart, but she knew one thing for sure. The beggar she once shared food with was the only man who had ever shared his heart with her. And something inside her whispered, this story wasn't over. Not yet. Not yet.